Yeah, that's pretty steep. So yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well. We are up in one of my favorite trials spots. Lots of slick rock and stuff. Got the little Jeep going. Pretty cool. So stick around, it's gonna be fun. So right on, you guys. So I'm not gonna bore you guys today with a bunch of chest footage. I know I said I wasn't gonna use the chesty anymore, but to be honest, riding a trials bike, it just works so well. Here, I'll show you guys real quick why. So, see the helmet I'm using? I'm just using my old mountain bike style helmet, and it's got all the holes in it, so it just keeps you so nice and cool. You know, it's supposed to be 30 degrees today, so it's so much more enjoyable when you're cool. And this helmet just flows so much air. But here, I'll take you guys over and show you my setup. My day setup, we'll call it. I got the Jeep up the side of the mountain here, literally. I got my faithful companion right there. Brewski. And that's the view for the day. I came up this gnarly hill here at the Jeep. That little Jeep goes good, I got to admit. So yeah, right on. So I'm gonna start bragging about the trials bike again, you guys, because I really I didn't ride it much this year yet. I mean, I rode it around my yard, but I haven't been up in the hills yet. It's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, it's a safe way to have fun. I mean, it's probably not safe if you're riding it like an idiot or, you know, trying to be some of those top level guys, which I don't do, but do stuff within my scope of what I can do on it. But it's just such a good way to get your throttle and clutch control down. There's really no other way to do that. You know, like what I mean is it applies to every motorcycle out there, whether you're on a street bike, adventure bike, enduro bike, motocross bike. The trials bike is probably the most demanding when it comes to clutch and throttle and balance, of course. And you know, just these slow maneuvers, like you don't got to be a rock star on one if you don't want. You can just, you know, just idle around like this. You know, truthfully, it's not much more dangerous than walking down the road. You know, you could trip and fall. And then, you know, as your level progresses a little bit, you can start attempting a little more brave stuff, being a little more brave on it, I guess. This is a challenging little section. For me anyways, I'm sure for the pros it's not, but I think what I was doing, I was going down here, on this one, and then we're trying to clean and get this corner nice. One dab at the top, of course. So yeah, you guys, so much fun on the little bike here. I totally get how you do that now. Like, you kind of get a little wheelie going, and then you throw your weight into the hill before you let the clutch all the way out. So you kind of wheelie into it, give it a little gas, and then pin it up the hill. Listen to my bike here. You kind of throw your momentum forward, that keeps the bike from going over backwards. Pretty cool. I can give you guys some tips on this little hip jump I found. That's kind of what you call it when it's off camber like that. You kind of take off on one side and land on the other. I was actually really good at those in the old days on the bigger bikes. I could hit some like 100-footers and just float through the air. So I just want to make a statement that I'm definitely not a pro on a trials bike. In fact, I'm probably a beginner, maybe novice in that area. I've only had it for a year or so. But what I was a professional freestyle motocross rider. I was actually a pioneer in the sport, starting in the 90s. I started alongside the biggest names there was. So we started in the States, me and a couple buddies. So I do know a little bit about jumping because I've jumped a thing or two in my day. But if you guys check out what I'm doing here, that, even though that's just, here, let me change the camera angle. Even though that's just a silly rock formation, it actually resembles a normal jump, like a dirt jump. So what I'm doing is putting the bike into a little wheelie right before it, and that preloads the suspension a little more, which gives you a little more kick. Or, you know, it lofts your bike in the air a little easier. Even though we're on a trials bike and it's a smaller rock, the principle is exactly the same. So like on a freestyle motocross ramp, I was actually one of the guys that used to go at the ramp extra slow. Like a lot of guys would maintain momentum, so that's a lot better. Like if it was a windy or a rainy day, they'd go into it with a little more momentum. But I got my speed, I could just judge the jump a little bit better if you went slower. And there was a few guys in the sport that used to do that, like Tommy Clowers, Mad Mike Jones used to do it a little bit. Sean Highland, he used to go really, really slow. In fact, I seen him stall once, or he ran out of fuel going up the ramp. But anyways, I'll run it in slow motion and watch what I'm doing. My body position is the same on similar on a trials bike to what it would be on a motocross or an enduro bike. You could see how my chest gets really close to the bars and my body position shifts all the way forward to level out the bike in the air. It's hard to explain. I'll run it in slow-mo and you'll see what I mean. Bit more gnarly stuff. To be doing by myself. But with that epic view. So yeah, you guys, the chest mount's goofy, I got to admit, but it works really well on the trials bike for certain scenarios. You know, I don't really have a helmet to hang a camera off, and it just works good for that anyways. But from this beautiful location, I'm going to close the video out, you guys. Definitely, just like this picture right here, hit the old subscribe button and hit the little bell beside it. That gives you a notification when I put new videos out. I got lots of lesson videos coming too, and I'm going to do some CR500 stuff as well, so stay tuned. And also, like the picture here, you guys, there's a drop down area, a drop down arrow down in the description there. Check out some of the links to my social media. My website's there if you want to know more about me. Patreon's there if you guys feel like chipping in to help grow the channel. Also got a new mailing address. The link is below in the the mail address is below in the description, so check that out. And I will see you guys in the very next video. Thanks for watching. Woohoo! Charles Bikes. Bye, bye.